Hey guys, okay, so today I thought I would come in here and do my makeup and also chit chat and catch up about all kinds of stuff. So I am going to use this palette, which I have mentioned a few times before. I mentioned it a while back and I was like, you know, I don't know, I'm gonna use it soon, and then I just never did. And then when I did my palette video, which was my last video, which I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that. I am living for these decluttering videos. It's so much fun, and I have a few more really good ones coming up. And like we're gonna do a final one, which will be fun, like a collection. But where I'll like show you how I kind of organized what I kept. But in my mix of things, when I showed all my palettes, because it was essentially like a palette collection, I showed you guys everything that I have. This was something that was talked about. I need to really pin my hair up. Because it was one of the things that I was going through and I was like, still haven't used this yet. And I kind of caught myself and I'm like, told them I would start using it. I never did. So what better day than today? And I kind of realized, trying to like pin this at a point where it won't leave a weird, hump. I realized that this palette, when I looked at it, because in that video at the beginning I was talking about like I wanted to do like a cranberry-ish look. This has a lot of that, and I was thinking it was very like orange. There's a lot of different colors. Okay, so we're gonna use this, and this is gonna be the first time I've swatched it a little, but really honestly this is gonna be like, we're just gonna see what happens together. I hope it turns out good. Okay, so let's just talk and catch up. I'm using my Clinique Acne Solutions because I love it. That's probably way too much because I'm gonna mix it in with this too that I have been loving. It's the Urban Decay Liquid Aura. Sometimes I'm using the Clinique Even Better foundation. Well, that's a lot. But lately I've just been loving this. So what I do, so it doesn't just like go into the sponge right away, is I just do that. That is so much. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to wipe some of this off. And then I just kind of, you know what, the beauty blenders, they don't absorb your products. This liquid aura stuff though is it kind of like, it just gives your foundation like a pretty finish. I don't know if you can tell, but it doesn't affect like the what the foundation does or like how it sets or anything. I don't know, it's just really pretty. Okay. But yeah, like your beauty blenders, that's another thing. Like if they're damp, and I've said this I feel so much, but it's why you dampen them, so that it doesn't absorb product. So like all this stuff that's kind of gimmicky, that's like, oh, it's not a sponge, it's not going to absorb. Well, beauty blenders don't absorb either. That's why they're dampened. I'd rather have something that has a little bit of a bounce and like I like having a little bit of dampness to it. I just feel like it makes the finish so much better. Anyways. Okay, what to talk about. So, we're just going to do this makeup look and just kind of go for it like I do when I do makeup tutorials. But we're going to talk to each other. Why is my hand all like claw-like? I don't know. Okay. So, what kind of TV shows are you guys watching lately? I need to find something new to watch because, do I really though? Half the time I don't even get to catch up on what I am watching, and I haven't even started Orange is the New Black yet, which I'm excited about, but I don't know what it is, but it's almost like I can't bring myself to start it because I know that when I do, it's such a commitment and it's gonna like take over my life, and I'm gonna want to, let me wipe off the rest of that. I'm gonna want to like just watch all of it, and I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment right now. Oh, and then this is I always get into TV shows like after they're kind of buzzed about. Like I didn't start watching Orange is the New Black till like last year, and I like watched whatever. But anyways, so is Stranger Things worth watching? Let me know. I haven't watched any of them. If you still haven't watched Big Little Lies, that's a good one. That's the one that's like very doable. See, that's what I like. Like, I mean, if something's really good, I'm just blending the hell out of this. I don't mind if it's like if there's several seasons, but if you want something really good to watch that you can just like actually get through, that I believe there's only, is there 7 or 8 episodes? That Big Little Lies show is so good. Oh my god, I wish, like, you know what it is? Oh, I look angry. I miss the characters. Like, I want more. Like, I think that story's gone, but I want more. Have you guys been watching Housewives lately? New York I've been enjoying. You know what it is? Like, here's what. Like, New York isn't as... Sometimes you feel like it can get boring, but it really doesn't, because all of the characters are like older, not older like age-wise, but older like they've been around longer, like a part of the show. I don't know, I just feel like they're a part of the show more or something. So even if they're doing nothing, it's interesting. It like never feels, I don't want to say forced, you know, it's not like a bunch of random people. Like even that new girl, Tinsley, when she came on there, like it made sense because she was kind of a somewhat like known person in New York. And honestly, I think she's been interesting so far. It's kind of new. I kind of feel like she's, I don't know, it's like she is not as young as she acts. You know, I don't know, she just seems like she's such a, I don't know, she's very weird. I like her and that guy though, her and that coupon guy. So I don't know, I'm kind of excited to see where that goes. And I've enjoyed Bethany, even though she drives me nuts sometimes. I don't know, I like all of them. I do feel bad though. I feel like maybe, I don't know, like Luann and the guy, I just feel like that's not gonna last. And I was watching Watch What Happens Live last night with Kelly from The Real Housewives of Orange County, which we'll get into that. And I'll link to everything I'm using below. And she, I mean, this little thing, her and what's his face, Isaac Mizrahi, they were talking about, why did I do that? I always do that and then I wish I hadn't have. They were talking about Luann and something like Isaac Mizrahi acted like they weren't together. Like it wasn't, I don't know, it's weird. But I feel bad because like Luann's so intense and that was such a big deal, like with her marriage and her getting with this guy, and she just overly convinced everybody, almost to the point where it was just ridiculous that this guy was wonderful, that it's like she's kind of almost set herself up for failure now. Like now that it's, I don't know, I just kind of feel like, I don't know, it's just weird. It kind of feels like maybe they just kind of have an agreement and they like each other, they like spend time. I don't know, who knows? I'm only speculating because this is their show. They're on a reality show about their lives. And they're putting, you know, those things out there. I don't know. I mean, I hope everything's good with everybody. I don't know. I really have enjoyed, I've enjoyed, love Dorinda. I love all of them. Okay, so there's really nothing else to talk about there. What else? Okay, Orange County feels a bit dirty to me. I think I said this last year, but I just feel like things on that show, it's a little more, like when I watch it, I just honestly don't even feel good sometimes, especially now. Like, I don't know, Lydia makes me feel uncomfortable. I'll get into that. But like, I don't know, it's just so many things that they've done on that show have been just very real, honestly. Like even with just very like personal, real stuff. Like everything Shannon has shared over the last several years, like with her marriage, and now like she's been so open about her, like honestly, I don't even know. I feel like, you know, she has been driving me nuts lately. I'll get into that too. But I really liked Shannon when she came on, and I still do. Oh my gosh, her house. I forgot how amazingly pretty her house was. Oh, do you guys remember? They showed like a little flashback of it in this week's episode. I forgot how pretty that was. What happened? Like, did they ever really explain why they moved? I feel like they didn't. I feel like it was just kind of like all the stuff happened with her marriage. She was very open about that. Like she put that all out there, you know? Like she didn't hide anything. But then you wonder like, oh, if they're putting, you know, it seems like they are sharing a lot of personal things. They've got to be there's got to be something that, you know, not everybody shows everything. So it's like they're showing that much. I don't know, I just feel like something's there that that's just different, that we just don't even know about. That's like with everybody on these shows though, but I feel like her, like when they moved, like she always talks about that house, and you remember like she put crystals in the basement, and like they had like the air purification, and they had like no toxic chemicals like anywhere in the house, like when it was being built. That's a huge freaking deal. Like they just did all this crazy stuff and built a house for 6 years. Then they moved, and I think I remember her saying something about like it was because of you know, all of that with her marriage kind of came out. And I hate talking about people's, like, marriage. Like, but she put it out there. But, like, all this bad stuff happened with their marriage. Maybe there were bad vibes in the house. Like, I don't know. That's kind of what I felt. But she stayed with her husband. You know, I mean, if you can get over that and you're to the point where you're still with the guy, like, maybe, like, if you put all this into your house, like, just stay. I don't know. Because now they're in, like, that rental house. And it's just weird. Like, what's their plan now? Am I being too nosy? Am I expecting too many answers? Maybe. I need to know. So anyways, like, I just feel like it's very, like, obviously that was something she was into, and obviously she took really a lot of pride in her home, and it's like, she doesn't even have that anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just kind of sad. And I feel like now she's going through all this with her weight. She's gone through so much crap with her marriage, and like I said, probably more that we don't even know. And there's not many women that are on these shows, if any, except for her, that will, like, strip down and show what your belly looks like after you've gained that much weight. Like, she kind of puts everything out there, and, you know, I don't know. But, you know, lately, though, she has driven me nuts because, and I think it is because she's unhappy. You can just tell she's pretty unhappy. But it's like she's always just very defensive about everything, and it's like almost like she's talking too much, you know? It's like like when that whole Lydia thing happened at the party, which I talked about this the last time that we talked about the Orange County Housewives, but like Lydia, she was on the season or on the show like several seasons ago, and I didn't even miss her. Like, I didn't even know she was gone, and like I was saying then, she didn't fit in at all. It was like she wasn't even friends with anybody that was there. It was like, here's this random person. It was very bizarre. They always talked a lot about her husband's magazine, and they're still doing that this year, which is even weirder. But like, that's all they ever talked about. It's like she didn't slide in, and it was like, hey, this is the friend of some so-and-so, and you know, she's got this significant story. Like, it was just like, hey, I'm here. And it was a lot of things like about her mom, and her mom was kind of her storyline, and it just, none of it made sense, which, obsessed with her mom, first of all. I wish to good, like, her mom's always like throwing glitter on everybody and like being funny and cute. Her mom needs to just be on the show. And I mean, no shade against Lydia or anything, but it's like, I cannot figure her out. And when she's on there, is this eyebrow fatter than this one? Probably. When she's on there, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. Like, I just don't know. Like, sometimes she's very, like, oh, I love you, and she's, like, praying over everybody. And then the other minute, she's just stirring things up. It's just so weird. And, like, Peggy, I think I like Peggy. I don't really know much about her. She's a little awkward, though. There was some awkward moments, and I guess, like, she's new, whatever. But it was just so weird when Lydia first met Peggy, and Lydia's like, oh, we have our magazine now, and it's a new men's magazine, and it was like all these like cheesy, funny photo shoots, and it's like, okay, it's whatever. But yeah, that's what her and her husband do, like they do magazines or whatever. But I think, isn't that kind of strange? Like, they just started a new magazine. She has no prior relationships other than being on the show with these women years ago. She doesn't really obviously keep up with anybody, or it didn't seem like that anyway. And all of a sudden now she's just back on the show for no apparent reason, and all she's talking about is the magazine and let me promote this. And all these women should be promoting the hell out of everything that they do because they're on this show. They're putting their lives out there, and that's kind of their right to do that, and they should do that. But these are women that have like been on the show that have a story. Like, if a random person just comes on the show and starts promoting their stuff, I'm just not interested in that. Like, I don't know who these people are. Like, I'm not even that invested in her. And I don't know, it's just very weird. It's just very weird to me. And so, like, at the kid's birthday party, she, like, said all that to Shannon. I don't even know. That was weird. Shannon overreacted. But the fact that Lydia, like, met her for the first time and started talking about Vicky and stirring the pot, it was just really kind of gross to me. It was just weird. Lydia just rubs me the wrong way. Like, you know what I mean? Using Painterly. Like, don't act like you're trying to be all nice to everybody, you know, and then stir up stuff. And then, when, you know what was really strange to me, too? Like, when all that happened at the party, and her mom, like, she went and talked to her mom, and she was like, Mom, these girls just started yelling at me. And her mom, like, the lady that throws all the fairy dust and stuff, she was like, well, what happened? Did you say anything? And she was like, no, I just walked up, and she just started yelling at me. And I'm like, you're leaving out a lot of this story. Whatever. But, and then what was really weird to me was when she met Peggy. Peggy's the new girl. Okay, so I'm going to use this. hopefully if you're not into this show, which every time I do these, you guys seem to like them, you can at least enjoy me doing my makeup and talking about this. Okay, so these are my favorite liners. They're the Smashbox Always On Gel Liner, and this is the white color. You don't need to get fancy and buy all these like expensive, you know, like bases and stuff. I just put a little bit of this and put it right in the center of your lid, and it really kind of brightens up everything. You don't have to, I mean, it's just not a big deal. You don't need to like paint on something really thick, or you know, it just kind of works. I have like a weird thing right there. It's like a little ingrown hair or something. It's like a little bump. Okay. Very strange. What else? What else? Oh, but anyway, so she was meeting Peggy. And so far, I mean, Peggy seems cool. Peggy seems like, why the heck am I here? Which, I don't know. Why the heck any of these women join this show is so freaking beyond me. I would run for the dang hills if someone ever, like, or any of these women and they asked me to be a part of any of this kind of stuff, I would run for the hills. Like, why would you do this? I get, like, Tamra, Vicky, like, all these women that have been on the show for years. Even though Shannon and... You know, like, I get it, but, like, why the heck would you come on the show if you act like you know nothing about the show, like you have no interest in this? Every time they ask the women, do you know anything about the show? They're like, no, I don't know. Like, they asked Lydia that on Watch What Happens Live the other night when she was on there with Vicky, and I'm gonna use this color. And Lydia was like, no, I don't watch the show. And I'm thinking, girl, you were on the show, like, how many years ago? You're telling me that, like, you never kept up with any of these women. And then not only that, but when you know you're coming back, you don't do any kind of research. I don't believe that for a second when people say that. But anyway, so that's another story, what she said on Watch What Happens Live. I'm getting really worked up about this. So yeah, I'm just taking like one of these, just that fourth brown color, because it's just kind of natural, and I'm just putting it on. I'm not putting it over that white part though. I'm keeping that part of my lid kind of bare for now. You know what, did I really need to do that? The white though helps if you're not going to put anything on your lid, like if I was just going to put something kind of like shimmery right there. I think I am going to darken it up though now that I'm looking at it, because I do want to put some of these different colors on there. You guys, okay, so Lydia's like inviting her and her husband, that new Peggy girl, to like be in their magazine or whatever, and so they're taking pictures and stuff, and then she pulls her over and they're talking, and she's asking her about, Peggy had just had a mastectomy, and I can never say that word. So anyways, they were talking about that, and what do I want to do next? You know what I should do? I have used this before because these little brushes are used. I think that's what happened. I played with some of the natural colors. Okay, should I use this? That one looks really cranberry-ish, but I'm going to start with this one since it's a little lighter. I like to kind of go lighter to dark. And no, I just messed up. I'm actually going to use the fatter side of the brush. So anyways, I'm going to start in the outer corner and like kind of blend it in like all over my lid. So using that white was kind of not totally necessary. Okay, so here's the thing. What's very bizarre to me, she pulled her to the side and they started talking, and Lydia's asking her about her surgery and how she's doing. Lydia literally asks her about that, which, you just met this woman, like, I get it. Her husband was like, no, be careful, like, when you hug her, because she's just had surgery. Like, totally, yeah, like, obviously, like, that's totally fine to say. Yeah, like, so she's asking her how she's doing, and Lydia's face is like, because she goes, yeah, I had a double mastectomy or whatever, and Lydia's like her face, first of all, is not like, wow, I'm so sorry. And I guess maybe Lydia's just kind of a little, I don't know, I don't think she meant anything by that. So that was just kind of awkward. And then, so the woman's telling Lydia about it because Lydia freaking asked about it. And then it goes to Lydia, like, talking to the camera, like, in one of those interviews, and Lydia's like, I just met you, like, and you're telling me about your mastectomy, and I'm thinking, you asked her about it, like, are you... So, I don't know. It's just so weird to me, right? I'm just using that color to this kind of middle-ish matte color to kind of just warm up my lid. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. And then, like, I don't know. And then, of course, like, the big thing that happened during the last episode was that they went to dinner. Okay, so I'm going to use this third color that's, like, more cranberry-ish. Is that what I want to do? Yeah. So they go to dinner. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna put this in my corner. So they go to dinner, and first of all, like, so Kelly comes in, and Kelly's like, I didn't know y'all were gonna be here. But then, like, there was a clip of her, like, telling Kelly the day before they were gonna be there, whatever, who cares. And then, so they get in this huge fight, whatever. Like recap the episode, because if you're listening to this and you have any interest at all in hearing about what I'm saying about this, you've probably seen the episode. Isn't that pretty? That's making it look so cranberry-ish and pretty. Love it. Okay. So then, I'm gonna, like, take this down here, too. I don't know. And then, like, I felt like Lydia kind of, like, took them, like, she kind of, did it seem like Lydia took Kelly to the restroom, or, like, she went up to Kelly and was like, hey, Shannon's in the restroom? That kind of seemed weird to me. Like, nobody ever addressed that, but that was just weird to me. Whatever. And then what Kelly said to Shannon was, like, really not nice. She, like, made comments about her weight and stuff, which was, like, not cool. But you know what? Kelly honestly doesn't, like I've said before, like, she really doesn't, the things that she says bothers me, and it's very cringeworthy and very dirty when she says these things. And then, like, they're outside having conversation, and Kelly's, like, in the window, like, making, like, blowy face on the window. Like, I was dying. But yeah, I thought that was really bad what she said, like, in the moment about Shannon's weight and stuff, and she shouldn't have came over there. I don't know, they'll probably all be over it in, like, 2 days. But what else? So yeah, I don't know. Lydia's annoying me. What else about Lydia that's weird? Oh, her and Vicky were on Watch What Happens Live, I think, like, after after the birthday party episode. And, like, it was so annoying because, like, Tamara called in, and Tamara was telling Andy that, like, or she was asking Lydia, she was like, well, what about everything you said about Vicky because Lydia's, like, playing all innocent. She's like, what about everything you said about Vicky to us at the party? And Lydia's like, what? What Vicky said about you? What Vicky said about... I hate it when people do that. Like, when you ask them a question, they're like, they purposely, like, don't understand it, you know? Or they, like, try to act confused and they're not. Really stupid. And then she was like, I don't follow. And then she just avoided answering the question because she was just... pretty, I like this. Okay, so it was just weird. Weird. So everything with Lydia drives me nuts. Moral of the story. I don't know. I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding it. The new girl was, like, super awkward. Peggy was super awkward with Shannon when they were talking about, like, what Vicky said about Shannon's husband. Like, about, I don't know what to say. Like, she started that rumor about Shannon's husband and, like, whatever. And, like, Peggy made a joke about it, and it was super awkward. Shannon, I think, is just so on edge. I think that woman has been through so much, and I think, I don't know, like, because when you look back at the first seasons that she was on, she's just a totally different person. Not only in how she looks, I mean, people gain weight, like, whatever, and I think she's still gorgeous, I mean, but I feel like that's all she's talking about is the weight, which I totally get it. I like Shannon. I will say I do like Shannon. But you can't live your life, because she blamed it on Vicky or something. Do I even have a little brush in here? I'm going to use this little brush. It's just a little Chanel brush. I'm going to use this lightest color. Like, there will always be someone saying something about you. There will always be stress. There will always be something. What are you going to do? Just let everybody run your life? If someone says something bad about you, well, I'm just going to gain 50 pounds this year. Like, no, you can't do that. Like, who cares about other people? Like, you just have to keep killing it. Like, who cares? I feel like Shannon she's very much a victim. I feel like so much has happened to her, and I feel like kind of rightfully so. Like, I feel like, not that things have happened to her, but I feel like she's feeling this way because she has been through a lot. But maybe, like, she just needs to turn it around. And then even just her interactions with her husband, it's just so bad. Like, I know they've been through a lot and they've tried and stuff, but, like, she's got to stop picking and, like, I mean, if she wants to move on, she's got to move on. Like, when she was making dinner and it was just so awkward, she was like, what, you don't like my food? Or, like, I don't know, it was just very weird. Like, just, like, lighten up, you know? But I do understand because she's been through a lot. So this color, like, I don't want this to start looking rusty. I want it to look kind of like cranberryish. This is a very, like, coppery, almost like rusty color that's a little orangey. These two are a little more cranberryish, especially this one. So I'm going to take that and put a little bit of that on my lid. I don't know, I just feel bad for her. Like, I just feel like she, ooh, pretty. Stop. I just feel like she's been through a lot, and everybody kind of just needs to give her a break. But at the same time, like, she can't expect everybody to give her a break if she's, like, always kind of flipping out and going nuts. Like, sometimes I just wish she just wouldn't talk, you know? Like, I really do root for her. I like her. Oh, this is pretty. Okay. So, what else? What else happened? Kelly was on Watch What Happens Live, anyways, like I was saying, and she was really kind of nice about Shannon. And she was like really kind of complimentary about a lot of things with her. Whatever, I don't know. So I'm gonna use this color, this Ashes color, and is that what I'm gonna use? Yeah. I'm not using eyeliner, like a lot of it. I just don't want to do that. I just kind of want this, or do I think I need it? I might need a little bit. Before I do that, which I already kind of did it a little bit, I'm gonna use a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna use this, oh, this is my favorite. It's called Moody, and it's that same Smashbox pencil, which I totally did not need to use that white. I did kind of a different thing. I didn't think I was gonna color in my lid like that. This is like just such a pretty shadowy color. See, I don't want to like wreck this with a bunch of eyeliner because I just want to put a little bit right at the lash line. I probably won't even smudge it or do anything to it. So, I don't know, what do you guys think about, I don't know, what do you guys think about it if you're watching OC? What do you think about Kelly? I go back and forth. Like, she annoys the crap out of me. She says the most inappropriate things. She gets really dirty, but, I don't know. Sometimes it's like I just like people that just say stuff and, you know, aren't maybe so fake with what they say. At least she's just saying stuff that she feels. It's inappropriate, but what else? What do you guys think about Lydia to be on it? Like, what is the deal? Like, why is Lydia on there? Like, I'm not going to say anything bad about her because she's just like a person on the show, you know, whatever. But I just don't get why she's there, and it's just so, I just feel like there's so many annoying things. I do have to smudge this one. I shouldn't have done that one so much. I guess I just don't get it. I don't get why she's there. Yeah, I feel like when she left the first time, she like got out of there and she didn't want anything else to do with it. I just felt like it was not a good fit for her. And then it's like now all of a sudden she's back because they have a new magazine and she still doesn't have anything to talk about. She's just butting into everybody else's problems. I guess that's what makes me mad. Like, even like Kelly and all these other people, like, she may be annoying, but at least she's got her own beef with people. Like, not that I want people to have beef, but like, or issues or relationships. Like, Lydia it's just awkward. I don't know. It's just so awkward with Lydia. That didn't really do much, but whatever. I'll put a little bit more of this, like, this dark second color right here. It's a little plummy. Right there. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't know why anybody would join any of these shows in their right mind. Like, if you maybe were coming back, even Lydia, though, didn't even make sense to come back because when she was on there before, I don't think she really made relationships with anybody that stuck, you know, obviously. It's like she came back on the show and it was like she's reintroducing herself to everybody. It's like, why are you here? Oh my gosh, and then Megan, I totally forgot about Megan because I don't even think she's interacted with anybody since the show started. I mean, it's like, she's the cutest baby. So adorable, but again, it's like that kind of bores me to tears too. And I feel like I think something's about to happen with Megan and Kelly, that text message thing. Even that, I mean, that's not even interesting to me. Like, it's just gross. I think Kelly sent her a text about like her husband doing something or whatever. It's like nobody even cares because Kelly's never even on the show. I'm just getting angry. This is working me up. Like, what's happening? What is going on? I'm going to put a little bit more of this color, that pretty color. Is this the brush I used? I don't know. Right in the middle, because if I blended any of that away. I love watching these shows. And you know what, to be honest with you, even though, like, not a lot of, honestly, a lot of crazy stuff has happened on New York, I enjoy watching that. I feel like I have not enjoyed watching OC because it's just so, like, ugh, it's just cringeworthy and uncomfortable. That's, I guess, the best way to explain it. It just makes me cringe. Like, there's nothing good about it lately that's, like, making me happy or, like, wow, I can't wait to see what happens. You know what I mean? It's just annoying. I just don't like watching it with Lydia on there. I don't know why either. Lydia really, I thought it was so sweet when she was praying with Shannon in the bathroom. But was it? Because you just, I mean, the episode before, she wasn't very nice to Shannon, so why are you praying with her now? So it's like, you can't have it both ways. I'm just very much just whatever comes into my mind about this situation. I'm talking about it. What else? What else, you guys? This mascara I really like. This Louboutin mascara, but it's lasting a while. Like, honestly, I have used it every day on almost since I've gotten it. There's been very few things. I went back to the Trish McEvoy for a little while, but then stopped using it because it was horrible again. This time around with it was just terrible. But I really do like this stuff, and it's lasting. But now it's kind of, you can tell like it's drying out a little. I really use the heck out of my mascaras. Even on days when I don't wear makeup, I'll always just throw on a little bit of mascara just to make myself feel good. And maybe it's because like I feel like I have really big eyelashes. I really put a lot on there, so maybe I use more. I always feel like I go through mascara like quicker than people say they do, but it's getting to the point where it's almost like it's good and it's working, but it's not anywhere near as good as it used to be. But it's still really good, so I'm gonna keep using it until it's like totally gone. And then I have some really good new ones to use. I have a new Chanel one, but I don't know if I want to open that yet. I have a new Dior one that I haven't showed you guys yet. I was waiting to open it until I'm actually gonna use it. Because when you open, I mean, seriously, like mascaras, they will dry out, and you like will not. It's not even a matter of them being too old. I mean, which they do get old, it's gross. But like, they'll dry out after a while. They won't work the same. So I hate thinking that I've spent a lot of money on a mascara that I just can't use. You know what I mean? So I really would just prefer to have like one open, especially one like this. It's a really good one. This is like brass though. It's heavy. It's like real brass. It's bizarre. I'm gonna put another coat of that on, but I'm gonna use my lip liner. This is Dervish. What else? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so funny. So messy. When I was doing the last video, when I was talking about all my palettes and stuff, I got so many comments where people were like, where's your Vizart palettes? Where are the Vizart palettes? And I was like, I have it. It's in my keep pile. And then I thought to myself, I totally didn't talk about that. During the video, I kind of just shuffled it around. I still have all my palettes here that I kept, that I went through, because I like, it wasn't that long ago when I filmed that video. But yeah, this is my Vizart palette. I am keeping it. The basic one. So good. So yeah, I just for whatever reason just skipped right over it and didn't talk about it. This is pretty with really, I don't want to say no eyeliner. I think I could have totally skipped it and it wouldn't have made a bit of dang difference. Let me wait just a little bit before I put more. I don't know. Should I use this? This might be too nude. It's pretty. This is like the perfect nude lip because it's light, but it's not like dead looking. It's the Kat Von D Muñeca. And then I'll put a little bit of my Skinny Dip lip top around it, but I'm really gonna wipe it off a lot. Oh, and did I talk about this in a video? I know I talked about it a little bit on Instagram, and I think I mentioned it because I had talked about it in a video. But yeah, I mentioned it in a vlog. Here, I'm using my Orgasm liquid and a little blush beauty blender. Whoa, that's really dark. Okay, so so pretty. It's really pink. I might blend out a little bit of it. So yeah, the shower went really well. It was so much fun. We had so many people here, and it just was really great seeing everybody. And it was kind of funny because like we didn't mean to put so many things on the list to get done before then, like house stuff, but like the few weeks before, it was so funny. Brad was like finishing up our stairs, and he did that basement runner, which is really pretty. But Brad refinished our stairs in the foyer. I know I've shown those in so many, not like shown them, but like you've probably seen like my foyer and stuff in pictures, especially if you followed my blog years ago. But we had the carpet that was on there. And the sides were exposed. They're really pretty, but I've always just wanted that carpet gone. And so Brad took it off and refinished the stairs, which was, I mean, I hate to say, oh, it was a hard job, and I didn't do it. Like I watched, it was crazy. It took a really long time. A lot went into it, but anyways, he did such a good job. And I might do like a update on that soon. But we got the coolest things, and it's kind of weird. I mean, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Like, It's like the basement stairs. We put like a really pretty runner, like a carpet runner. It's like antelope print. It's really pretty, and that looks good with the basement. But like, I didn't want to like walk right in the house and like see another runner. Like, I mean, I guess that's okay, but I just really wanted to see the pretty wood steps, you know. I put a little bit of this, the Hourglass Ethereal Light, which I don't always do, but I just felt like that kind of, sometimes if I put a lot of blush on or something, it just kind of makes it prettier. Use this too, this Paracone. Probably should have done this before that. But anyways, I don't want to put it there anyways, but it was funny because we can't really leave it bare. Olivia's real careful going up and down the stairs, but still, like, it's just, I would probably be the one to fall and like hurt myself. But Waylon, he's like 80 pounds, he's huge, and he doesn't walk up the stairs carefully. He like tears up the stairs. He would tear up the stairs, but you know what I mean? Like, he like runs up and like digs in. So you guys know, like, if you have a golden retriever, I mean, he's not like a light and fluffy golden retriever. Like, I had a friend that had a golden retriever, and hers was like very light and fluffy. Like, she just felt like different. Waylon's like hard and muscular, and he like weighs a lot, and like he's just a lot. So I thought there's no way, like, he's gonna end up falling down, hurting himself. He always would do that on the basement stairs. Like, the basement stairs are destroyed under that runner because of Waylon, and he gets groomed all the time. We get his nails cut, but it's just hard. So I bought these little mats from Amazon that match the stairs that are like, and it worked. I don't know. I'll do a little update soon, but I was kind of proud of that. I feel like there's just a lot that we're doing around here that's getting done, and it's exciting. So I flipped my little blush beauty blender over. I love this stuff so much. This Paracone highlighter. Like, can you see how pretty that is? And it doesn't have that look of frosty. You know, like sometimes when you use a highlighter and it's intense enough to be seen, it's just frosty and makeup-y. This one reflects really pretty, but it just looks like your skin. It doesn't look like there's a coverage, you know what? Does that make sense? It's not like a paint. So what else, guys? What's new with you? I feel like I'm just talking about like random TV. And oh, give me some recommendations though. What do you think about Stranger Things? Like, I always hear people talking about it, and it looks pretty interesting. I'm gonna end up messing up everything. Those colors are really pretty. Sometimes when I do like reds or cranberries, it just seems like too much, or it just seems like a lot. This is really pretty. It's like a pretty daytime look too. Like, it doesn't feel, I mean, it's a lot more eyeshadow than I normally wear, but it's just wearable and pretty, you know what I mean? You could even put more of that purpley shade, like I used that second color, kind of like in your crease if you wanted to make it a little darker for nighttime, or add some more eyeliner or some false lashes or something. That would be pretty. I don't know. So yeah, this has been another housewives chit chat. I don't know, just talking about all kinds of random stuff. Okay, so am I done? I feel like I'm missing something, but probably, I don't know. I could do like a spray, but I don't have one in here, so I'm not going to. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed chit-chatting with me a little bit about TV. It's very like if I was just, I don't know, if I was out to lunch with somebody, except I'm just talking to myself. We talk about TV and stuff, so I hope that's fun for you guys. And yeah, let me know your TV recs. If you don't watch these shows that I talk about, what would you like me to watch? So, thank you guys for watching. I really enjoyed talking to you guys today and getting ready. And I am really into this. This is my this might be my new favorite thing, but let's not jump the gun, because I've really just, it's like the first time I've like really used it. You know what I mean? Like, with the fun colors. So pretty. Okay, you guys. So thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.